If we're playing word association and you say Indiana's offense to me, I'm going to hit you back with efficient. They convert third downs better than anyone in America, 57%. They're number one in turnover margin. So they pair this greedy defense with this offense that's only turned the ball over 9 times the entire season. They stay on schedule. All right, they run the ball 60% of all plays, even third downs. They're not afraid to throw the ball in third. They're the third least penalized team in the country. Hell, their quarterback has thrown more playoff touchdowns this year than he has incompletions. All right, speak. Mendoza is the best outside the numbers thrower in college football. I'm not talking just blur balls over top of the head. I'm talking about back shoulders. I'm talking about his ability to throw out routes, precise in the way he beats those leverages on the outside. As the season went, they decided to go away from more of those heavy RPO scheme that they relied on last year and went more into this ball control style that's built for Mendoza with these deep shots that create these one-on-ones for players like Elijah Surratt, who is an absolute dog at the catch point. And then you could see what Omar Cooper did against Penn State, right? He's also an elite zone hunter and a legit yards after the catch threat. And number 80, Charlie Becker, is the 6'4", long striding, running receiver that runs great post routes that Mendoza is elite at dropping in there to him. And just like their defense, Indiana's offense has played a lot of football. Mendoza's making his 31st start. Both backs have a combined 100 games played. 3 linemen are over 30 starts, including Carter Smith, who hasn't allowed a sack or a knockdown all year. Their offensive line's not maulers, but they're clean. They don't bust many assignments. They're always playing where they're supposed to be. And their run game is built on these variations of zones. And they love to use that pistol formation to run wide zone, and they love to shift out of it to run the zone cut stuff. They're not just trying to window dress, they're trying to gather information, force the defense to tip its hands with multiple dummy counts as they work those shifts. And the piece that nobody is talking about that I think is going to play a huge role in this game is number 37, Riley Nowakowski. So he's like a knight on the chessboard. He moves unlike anybody else on the field. He creates problems from these angles they're going to establish by motioning them in and out the entire game. He's an old school fullback that can also play tight end, displaces ends against their will. He's going to chip rushers, which is going to be huge when you play a guy like Ruben Bain and Akeem Mesidor. They're going to motion them late into the core. They're going to try to steal leverage from these edge defenders, these linebackers, and those movements cause communication. They force hesitation, and that hesitation is all the offense needs. And if you forget about him in coverage, he's actually really explosive in the middle of the field catching balls. Against Oregon, this team first 6 touchdowns came from 6 different players. That's who they are. They don't have a dominant one like Miami does, but they're going to take exactly what you give them. They're